Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, making a movie with Google Photos. Let me show you how to do that. We're going to do that on a Windows 10 machine using the web version, and then I'm going to show you on the Android version when we use Android 12 and my Pixel 6 phone. Let's see how it's done. So I'm going to show you how I made the movie that I used in the intro. So these are my Google Photos pictures that I had in the intro. Let's select them all. So what we want to do is select the first one, and then we're going to hold the shift button down, and as we come along here we can just drag down as I bring my wand down, my mouse down. We're going to come down here and I'm going to click the last one, and do you see how it highlights them all? So that's a little trick. When you start up at the first one, hold the shift key down and then just drag the mouse along. You'll see them all change into a slight blue. Click the bottom one and that will select them all. Now we're going to come back up to the top right here and we're going to see Share, Add, Order Photographs, Trash, or we have three little buttons here which we'll talk about in a minute. But what we want to do is we want to make a movie. So what we're going to do is click the plus button. And here is where we can certainly make a new album. We can share an album. We can make an animation, which is different than a film. We can make a collage, which I'm sure many of you have done. But today we're going to make a film, and that's the bottom one. So let's click this, and it says here now, creating a movie. This will be an MP4 movie. So if we come over to the right side, you'll see that we have a slider that we can slide along here, and this indicates how long that picture is going to be in the movie. So you can adjust each picture and you can decide how long you want them to be present in the movie. So we could make one picture longer, one picture shorter. Over to the right, these three little dots, you can insert clips, you can duplicate, and if you don't want this particular one, we can simply remove it and the clip is removed. So you have your choice of adding the clips, and down at the bottom here is the music track. Now in this section I wanted just to show you, if you come down to the right, we've created our video, as I mentioned. We can also move the clip. So if I want to move a clip down or move a clip up, I can certainly do that, or I can change the length of the clip. But if I come down to the right here and you see this little change music button, if I click here, I can change our music. So I really like Jazz in Paris, but I can choose any of these, and we have a whole selection here of different videos or different music that you can use. All right, let's show you how to do this on an Android phone. I'm going to be using the Google Photos app on my Android phone. I have Android 12 with a Pixel 6 phone. So let's come to the Google Photos app, which we have here. And again, you'll see my pictures that I've taken from my walk around Comox. So what we're going to do is we're going to now select them, and again, to select these we're going to long press on the actual picture, and you can now long press and you can select the ones you want in our movie. So I'm not going to go through them all, but this is how you'd simply go down and you can long press and select them. We're going to come back up to the top now, and we're going to click the plus button, and we're going to see movie. So we're going to say click on movie, and it is going to create the movie for us. And again, here we have the same situation. If you can see that if we play this now, it's going to play with our music that we have. If we come over here to the music button, we can of course choose the different movies that we want to change. I have Jazz in Paris, but we could change it to a different music track. And as we come down here, we can add photos or videos, and we can certainly change the length of each individual image that we want in the video. And the same, we can insert a clip, duplicate, or remove. And then all we have to do is hit save, and up here at the top, and that will save it and create a movie for us. And these movies are in the MP4 format, so you can use them as a YouTube short. You can put them on social media, save them, put them on your website, put them on Facebook, do whatever you want. It really works. It's a lot of fun. So that's how you do movies in Google Photos. Making a movie with Google Photos. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Please like and subscribe. And until we see you again, have a great day.
Okay, this is going to be creating a Plex server part 3, and today I'm going to focus on the music, how you can utilize your music, whether they be audio or video files. So what have I learned so far as I add to my Plex server? Well, while I've been good about converting my media from hard copies and analog to computer files, I now realize I could have been better at keeping them organized. As examples, in many cases, scanned photos do not have names associated with deceased relatives, so my other family members would not know who they were from the photo alone. Many of my home videos taken years ago with old video cameras contain scenes that could have been taken months apart. Imagine going from a snow scene to one at the beach. So these need to be edited. And over time, I have saved various types of media on several portable hard drives. Most were started for backup purposes, but now I'm discovering some items have only been saved in one location. Now, little Anthony sings the song, "Just Two Kinds of People in the World." Now, relating to listening to music in the year 2022, the two kinds of people can be categorized as follows. We have listeners, those who are content to hear the songs they enjoy on whatever device is readily available. For this group, today's ability to stream the music they want to hear without much effort involved is all they really need. Then we have collectors, and these are the folks who have been accumulating their music, in some cases for half a century, starting with the 78 RPM record. They are proud of their music collection, and for some it may be part of the definition of who they are. For them, streaming is nice, but owning your music is more important. As with most things in life, there is no right or wrong here. It's just different strokes for different folks. Now, we're going to be talking today about my music library on Plex. As with all media, on the server, you point Plex to the drive location on the computer where the files are stored. And typically via Wi-Fi, they will then play on your television's Plex app or any of the other devices you may have in the home. Now, being that I have a large music library, I've chosen to separate my audio music files, at least for now, into two categories. So one category is simply called music, and that's pretty much all my music audio files that are not vocal groups from the 1950s and early 1960s. For those songs, I have a separate folder called Music Doo-Wop, and that contains, as I said, any vocal group songs that are not in the music folder. And then third, I have one category called Music Videos, and this consists of professional DVDs I've ripped, such as the 2-disc Jimmy Buffett Live at Wrigley Field and Andrea Bocelli, Under the Desert Sky. Both of these DVDs I picked up at a local thrift store, each for under $3. I also have the YouTube downloads, including the ones that are the music outros for Tech for Senior. And then I have quite a few videos from small organizations that promoted music concerts primarily in the 1990s. All right, let's go to the video.
Let me just make one change here. Well, I'm going to go right to it, actually.
Okay, so when you start the Plex app, this is the typical screen that will come up, giving you some information about what you may have been watching or listening to in the past, and some of the movies that are shown by Plex itself. But I'm going to go right to what I have set up here as music. And just by clicking on music, it brings up all of the artists that I have saved on this computer with a variety of different music. I'm going to pick on ABBA. They're right here. They're up front. I like their music and their harmonies. So one of the best features of Plex with respect to the music is the ability to provide lots of information. When LPs were very prominent, they would always provide nice liner notes, and there was plenty of room to do it. And sometimes there would even be a page inserted in the album. But once we went to 8-tracks and cassettes and even CDs, those liner notes were limited in information. Now with Plex, if I click on the words read more, and I can scroll down, you can see how much information they provide here about the origins of the group and how they started and all the members and the different hits. I love it because now I can read through this and get some more of the minutia that I love. So this is one of the nice features of Plex. Now, when you bring up a group like ABBA, as I have, the first thing they'll show you are what they call popular tracks. And they list 5 of their biggest hits as tracks. And if you wanted to, you could actually play the music by them. Now I'm going to show you Dancing Queen, just so you can see how quickly the music comes up, but you're not going to hear any audio because we have the issue with copyright and we're uploading this to YouTube, so we don't want that to be an issue. But I'm going to click on Dancing Queen. In the lower left-hand corner, you can see it's already started. 3 seconds, 4 seconds are counting off, and that music is actually playing. So it's almost instantaneous when you want to hear the music. So I'm going to stop this one now. And as I go down further, it'll show that I have 9 albums by ABBA on my computer. If I pick on the one here, ABBA Gold, this came out after they actually stopped recording. This was back in 1992, as it says here. But all the biggest hits that they had when they were very popular. Now, one of the other issues I like with the setup here is similar artists. And they're saying that the Bee Gees could be considered a similar artist. And sure enough, if I click on Bee Gees, it brings me right to the Bee Gees. Again, I can have all kinds of information here provided, that more than you ever wanted to know. If you wanted to know, I didn't read it all, but I bet you it tells me that the name Bee Gees comes from brothers Gibb. A little bit of trivia to throw in there. Again, showing me the 5 popular tracks, the different albums. So you can just go from one to the other and really have a good time here with understanding the music and then playing all the different songs that are available that you have saved on your computer. Now, so this is with what's called my music category. I have a separate music category that I have just for the vocal groups that I like, or some people call it doo-wop. So if I click on music doo-wop, up comes, again, mostly vocal groups here that I've collected over the years. And if I'm in the beginning here, we'll see several groups. I'm going to actually go to Billy Ward and his Dominoes. So if I look over here, I will see, here it is, Billy Ward and his Dominoes. Click on that. Again, it'll give you all kinds of information about the group. It'll tell you that it consisted at different times of Clyde McPhatter and Jackie Wilson. Billy Ward himself wasn't a singer. He was the manager of the group. But Clyde McPhatter was there in the early days, and when Clyde McPhatter left to help form the Drifters, Jackie Wilson took over as the lead singer until he left a few years after that to start his solo career. So lots of great information. Again, I could pick up this particular one here, and it'll list his 17 tracks. And then this was really an early 50s group. They are more rhythm and blues and rock and roll, but still very, very good. And probably their most popular song was Stardust, which is listed on this album. So going back again, though, to the main page, on the right-hand side, you'll see this slider bar. And the slider bar gives you the ability to go right to a particular letter that a group name may start with. So I'm going to choose P, and I'm going to look for the persuasions. And here they are. Now, the persuasions, to me, are the GOAT of a cappella music. What does GOAT stand for? Greatest of all time. And I think if you talk to any a cappella singing group, they will give so much credit to the Persuasions, who really started it all on a popular basis. And again, just like any other group, here's their 5 tracks that they consider to be important or most popular. You can see I'm a big fan of the Persuasions. Here's 13 albums that I have that I've purchased over the years. The Persuasions, I'm going to talk about them a little bit later as well. But for now, let me go back, and now I'm going to switch over to, instead of the music audio, I'm going to go into music videos. And so what I've done is taken a variety of videos that I've seen with songs and have listed and have shown them here. So as an example, I'm going to pick the letter J on the slider bar here because I want to show you the Jimmy Buffett. Remember the DVD I mentioned that I purchased for under $3, a 2-disc set? Well, here's all the songs from that particular DVD. And what I did was, when I copied them to the computer, I did it rather than just in one long concert, I broke them down into the individual songs. So here's Brown Eyed Girl. If I wanted to play that, it's going to come up. You won't hear any sound, but this is from the actual DVD. Jimmy Buffett himself talking a little bit. The crowd is really at Wrigley Field in Chicago, really enjoying the concert, you can tell. And here goes, the music is starting, and he's going to get into the song. So that's how quickly and easily you can bring up a video that you've saved on your Plex server on any of the devices that you're using. So I'm going to stop this one and go back. The other $3 video I picked up, remember, that was Andrea Bocelli. So it was called Under the Desert Sky. This was a concert he did in 2006. Now, this is one that I've chosen to not, and go back one more time. And there was another video that I thought was interesting. I'm going to go to the letter F here because I want to show you Faith Hill. And Faith Hill is doing a song called There You'll Be. And I didn't know I had this until I downloaded the movie Pearl Harbor to my computer. And one of the options in downloading the movie was a video of Faith Hill singing There You'll Be. So I said, well, I'm going to include this in my Plex server as well. Now I have another video I didn't even know I had. So let me stop this one as well. Come back to my home. And there was a time when, well, I have a music laptop. And so if I had company over, or the music night for the club I belong to locally, I'd have to drag that down from upstairs, plug it into the TV with an HDMI cord, quite a bit of setting up to get it ready to play my music that was stored on it. Now I no longer need to do that. Everything is just a few clicks away on the remote control in the living room. I can play either all my audio music or all my videos. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I'll be back soon. Thank you. Bye.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. How to make an animated GIF from PowerPoint. I'm Hewie Poplock. The first step would be to open up your PowerPoint and click on a blank presentation. You want to make sure you have your pictures already chosen and in a folder by themselves to be able to do this easily and quickly. I have gone to the website called This Cat Doesn't Exist. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Insert and then create a photo album. Click a new photo album, and then you have to go find the file. Once you're in the folder where the pictures are, you want to make sure you go there, and there are all the pictures. We want to include all of them, so we're going to highlight all of them, and then we're going to click on Insert. It now puts them in the list. You can fit to slide, or you can put one picture. I'm going to fit it to slide, so we'll do that, and then we're going to just create the photo album. Next, what we want to do is go to File and Export. One is create an animated GIF. You click on it, you have some choices. Do you want a medium file size at 480 by at 15 frames per second? And you have several choices that you can make. We're going to make it large. We're going to make it 720p. Now, how many seconds do we want for each slide? And let's make it 2 seconds instead of 1, which is the default. Then all we have to do is create the GIF. It's going to come up and ask us for a name. So we'll just call it Cats for Demo. And it's going to be a GIF file. And let's go ahead and put it on our desktop, just so we can find it easily. So it'll be Cats for Demo, animated GIF on our desktop. I'm going to tell it to save. I'm going to double click it. I left that one slide in so you can see it comes back to the beginning. But I don't really want that slide there, so I'm going to go back to my original PowerPoint. I'm going to just remove that slide. I don't need that. I just want the cats. So now again, I'm going to go to File, Export, create an animated GIF. I'm going to keep the same size. Let's make it 1 second this time so you can see the difference. And we'll create another animated GIF. But let's call this one 2. Just so you can see the difference. It's there. We'll minimize. Let's go ahead and click on it. Yeah, the 1 second for this one I think works well. And it will play over and over again. That's what animated GIFs are designed to do. Let's do one more. So we're going to click a blank presentation. We're going to go to Insert. We're going to go to Photo Album. We're going to go to the File and Disk. We're going to go to a different folder this time. This time we're going to go to the Tech for Senior cartoons that I have. We're going to highlight all of them. We're going to insert them. And we're going to say, go ahead, fit the slide. Let's this time say one picture and create. It creates the photo album. Let's delete the first page. Go to File, Export, create an animated GIF. This time we're going to say make it extra large. We'll keep it at 1 second. For the 6 slides, we'll create the GIF, put it on the desktop. We'll go ahead and look at our desktop. We'll double click it. And that's our Tech for Senior animated GIF. This has been How to Make an Animated GIF from PowerPoint. I'm Hewie Poplock.